G'day friends, and welcome to our Across the Waves, where each Sunday Robbie and I share a theme for the month. So we had a little bit of a break over January, and February we're back. So and this month we're going to be sharing different ways of using dies. So today I'm going to be playing with the Inky colour 6x6 paper collection, and this is all I have left. I've got lots of scraps which I don't usually throw out until I'm finished with the pack paper, because you can always use these scraps for other projects and for your inside of your cards, as well as the envelopes. So I'll just throw that aside, not throw it but put it aside gently, and we'll bring in our kit. Now the kit is one that I've found in my stash. I don't know what I was going to do with it, but we'll work something out to play with it. I've half done what I wanted to do just to save a little bit of time, and it is a little bit crooked, but that's all right, we're not going to notice that. So what I've done is I grabbed a piece of this paper and I die cut it with this die. Now this die is mostly used for, I'm just going to fix this camera up, mostly used to cut apart the Uniquely Creative mini cut apart sheets, or their postcards actually, and their sentiments. So this is what this was bought out for, but I thought it'd be fun to try and use it in a different way. So we're going to use that, and then our butterflies have been cut out with this dies, where we've got an intricate butterfly die as well as the matching solid die. I don't think I've got the solid die in here, no, it's just the intricate. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using. Don't know what we're going to do with them yet, but that was what was in the kit. So now when I cut out my shape or my dies or my plate or my paper, I actually stuck a piece of adhesive sheet on the back so that it would make it easier for me to stick to our cardstock, in this case felt foil. Okay, what I should have done when I finished it was also added a piece of tacky tape across the back, and it would have held all the pieces in together. So if you're going to do something like that, use your adhesive sheet and then put a piece of tacky tape or washi tape across the back, and that holds them all into place and in order. Okay, so we'll just finish off doing this. Now I'm not adding these tiny little strips in. I thought about it, but it's too fiddly. So we're just going to add these pieces in. So as I mentioned, this is double-sided adhesive sheets, and it makes it so easy to adhere it to, this too. I know it's crooked down the sides, but we're going to fix that, so we're not going to stress about that. I'm just going to make sure this is straight. Now I've kept all my paper in order. And when we're laying it down, I'm just adding a tiny, tiny bit of What have I done here? A small space in between. Okay. And this is our last piece. I just thought I'd have do it off camera, just to, I can't get it, just to save a little bit of time. And our last piece, I think I've done that out of order. We'll see if we can pull this up. I wouldn't worry about it, but it just looks that tiny. That's better. It just looks a little bit strange. That's a little bit better. There you go. So we're going to chop this back now. We'll bring in our paper trimmer. I could have cut another piece to fill up that whole gap, but it's okay. So that's done, and we just want, well, we don't actually, because we're going to add a piece behind. So I'll take this piece off as well. And that means we need a piece of gold foil that is, that's 3.5 by 4.5. We might make it 3 5/8. Three 5/8. By 4. Might make it 4 3/4 for the moment, and let's see how it goes, eh? Oh, well, that's not going to work, is it? I've knocked that up. Let's do that again. That's 3.5. Okay. I don't know what I do sometimes, but 3 5/8 by 4 5/8. Let's try that. I won't throw those pieces away. So that's 3.5. That's 3 5/8. That's better. Look at that. Oops. 4 5/8, but I think we'll leave it a little longer. We might put a sentiment down there. We'll see how we go. Whoops. We can always chop it off, hey? So let's stick that to the back. Now, because I'm using, well, sticking it to foil sheets, I tend to use tape. I don't use glue. I find I end up in a real big mess. That's done. Actually, I don't mind that. Okay, So we've got a piece of white. So I take it that that goes onto here like that. And let's chop this bit off before we stick it down. Just like that, eh? Now there is a link below in the description that will take you to Robbie's project, and there will also be a link below in the description to take you to my blog where I'll have all the details, including the measurements for the card. Okay, so that's done. Then we're going to put this onto our base card. Now, because of the hot weather, or the humid weather, my base card has stuck to my envelope a little bit, but we're not going to notice that because I'm going to put this on the front, and oops, and that's going to cover that up nicely. Okay, I'm just going to fix this up. That's better. Now that panel, you could have used acetate if you wanted to, and you could also do it in any shape that you wanted to. It's just that I had that die, and it was another way of using the die. You could also cut your strips as well if you don't have a die. So that's just another couple of options. Okay, that's done. Now we've got a circle here. Don't ask me what for, but obviously we're going to put that on there, maybe. Mark on there, but we might be able to cover that up. I've got a gold. This is I think it's Gorgeous Grape from Stampin' Up, and I think we might just put that there like that. Okay, so we'll just add a little bit of glue down the middle. And we're going to pop this gold one up on top. It's got wonky antennas at the moment. And I'm going to just gently curve the wings up for the gold. Just be very gentle because you don't want to rip them. And we'll put him right there, I think. Actually, before we do that, let's pop this up, eh? That there, smack bang in the middle, and that way that'll cover that little mark up. Just add a little bit of glue to the back. You can glue it all down if you want to, but I like mine to hang loose. And if you wanted to, I should have done it before we did it, stuck it on. I'm just going to try and curve, whoops, curve the bottom butterfly a little bit. And just put that back down. Oh, and I've put it upside down. When I do things like that, and I don't realise until I'm finished, they just all go off to my family. They don't say boo. Yeah, look at that. You wouldn't even notice. I'll just hold that for a couple of seconds. Yeah. I don't know why I've got these blue and purple ones, but maybe we could put that up there. Got this happy birthday here, so I'm thinking I'm just going to chop this. Put that there. Might be too much. I think what we'll do is add a little, oh look, here's one. A dimensional right there for support. We'll add a little bit of glue right there. I might bring it over to the side. Boy, that's crooked too. I'm really with the crooked bit today. That's better. Maybe I should have put it there, but that's okay. And I think what we'll do is we'll finish it off with a bit of gold bling, eh? Although I've got these butterflies. I like these. These are the brass butterflies from Stampin' Up. Let's face it, we all love the butterflies. And we'll do one little one up here. And that is our card for today. Now I've got to do the inside of the envelope, but I'll do that off screen, and I may even put some bling. I've got these. I love these. Let's put some little bling down the middle, eh? One, two, three. There we go. And that is our card for today. I'm not sure whether that's how the original was going to be, but we've made it anyhow, and that's the main thing. We're not wasting our kit. So don't forget to click on the link below in the description for Robbie's project and to check out all the details and measurements for this card on my blog. Okay, thanks for joining me. Have a great week and we'll see you next week. See ya. Hooray.